Grace be and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Our text for today is the gospel just read, taken from St. Luke chapter 5, the call of Simon Peter and the other disciples. We prayed in our intro, and O God, be not far from me. O my God, make haste to help me. But do you really want God to show up? Think about it. When Isaiah had the vision, being in the presence of God was terrifying. The angels, the throne room, the incense, everything about it brought into sharp focus for Isaiah that he was not worthy, that he did not belong there. Remember his words, "Woe is me, for I am undone. For I am a man of unclean lips and live among a people of unclean lips." Same is true for Simon Peter, of course. When Simon Peter recognized that this fishing expedition was not like his usual work, when he recognized that God was at work in a miraculous way, he fell to his knees and said, "Depart from me, O Lord, for I am a sinful man." Coming into God's presence is something that kind of sounds nice when you think of it as a Hallmark greeting card. But when it actually appears to be so in the Scriptures, when people are brought into God's presence, these are just a couple of them, well, then things start to get a little bit uncomfortable. God is holy. God is righteous. And that holy and righteous God, well, it brings something to mind for us. Being in the presence of God, it would seem, invites self-reflection. It asks us to kind of say, well, what am I doing here? How do I stand up? And so we can see in both of these men, and I think in ourselves, judgment, shame, fear, uncertainty. These things all kind of gather together and make us profoundly uncomfortable. In a world without shame or judgment, being in the presence of God just seems plain weird. I don't know about you, but that makes me uncomfortable just to think about it. But what if Jesus were to come into our presence? What if instead of going to the holy and righteous God, the holy and righteous God came to us? What if, when Jesus comes into our presence, he forgives? What if he honors us? What if he actually gives us confidence and trust in him? And what if, in the presence of Jesus, or Jesus in our presence, we are left with certainty? That's what Jesus does when he says, very simply, don't be afraid. He says it to Peter. Again and again and again, we hear those words echoed every time an angel appears in the Scriptures, to Mary, to Zechariah, to the shepherds, and beyond. But here, it is God himself saying it to Peter and to you and me. Don't be afraid. You see, beloved, being in the presence of God, or God being in the presence of us, means that there are new beginnings. That the God who forgives is the God who brings new life. Who, instead of shaming us, honors us. who instead of inviting fear actually gives you hope and trust and confidence in him. He draws us out of ourselves and our kind of self-reflection and looking at our own faults and problems. And for all of us, they are many. And he says, eyes up, look at me, listen to my words. To those words that say, don't be afraid. That changes everything. It changes how we look at what is going on. Instead of entering into the place where my sin is kind of left on display for everybody, instead, God covers me with baptismal waters and puts on a white robe of righteousness. And he says, be not afraid. So what does this free us to do? It frees us so that we can look at others with new eyes as well. Instead of looking at others with that judgment and shame and fear and uncertainty, we can look at those others and say, now there is another one that needs God's mercy. There is another one that needs to be caught with the gospel. That little line that Jesus says, from now on, you will be catching men, he says to Peter, is literally even more miraculous than that. It's literally, from now on, you will be catching men alive. And that's what God does with you, with me, with all of us. He catches us alive, brings us out of our own fear and uncertainty and shame and doubt, and in its place puts himself. I don't know about you, but that's a way better picture. That is a miraculous picture that says God who is love, God who is the one that would bring us to this place, invites us into his presence in a new way, in a different way, in a better way. And he would call you and me to invite others so that they too may see the joy of salvation. In Jesus' holy name. Amen. And now the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and minds in true faith to life everlasting.